I need you to walk like you know your worth. I'm not holding on to anything that has a problem with my growth. I'm not holding on to anything that has a problem with me leveling up. And they don't want to. I'm not here to force you, baby. I'm here to lead by example. And whether you want to get on that train, that is up to you. I need y'all to move like that because I'm leveling up. I leveled up this year, but do you feel like you are closer to your higher self? If you're sleeping in, you keep canceling on yourself, if you're still eating fast food every single day, if you're still bloated and constipated and not moving your body and you're still fragile, then get up. If you're still suffering from your self-talk or low confidence, get up. If your self-esteem is still shot, get up. Look yourself in the mirror. You're too good for this. No, a lot of you guys have not become the new me this year. Let's be honest. You can get a new wig, you can do your hair a different way, you could dye your hair, you could get breast implants, you could get your body done, you could get new makeup. You still haven't become a new me if you have not changed how you feel about yourself from the inside. You gotta be out here so heavily believing that you can accomplish big and great things, or it's just not gonna happen. What a man thinketh is what he is. Hello, beautiful people. Before you know it, it's going to be the end of the year. I really want you to take charge of your life. In today's video, I'm gonna be giving you 7 tips to glow up in 6 weeks. You already know that I am hosting a 6-week challenge, and these are a few of the tips that I'm going to mention to the girls. So I'm going to mention them to you and put you on, because a lot of you guys are still wishing, you're still manifesting, you're still dreaming, and it's almost the end of the year. If there has been no progression forward and you are still constantly in a rut or going through these challenging seasons, or you're just still not feeling good about yourself, then what are you doing? A lot of people are waiting day by day, thinking that life is just going to magically happen for you, wishfully thinking that somehow you are going to become hotter, happier by doing nothing, just spinning in circles. And so I have 7 tips for you in today's video. If you are new to seeing my face, welcome. For all my family returning, welcome back. I'm so excited, guys. Also, look at this outfit. Time for the outfit. Look at this outfit. Ooh, it's from Define Activewear, and I've been loving Define and Honor Active. I don't have a code for you guys. I'm not sponsored by them, but we're going to the gym. You guys already know where I'm headed after this. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you are new and you want this kind of energy and realness, and turn your post notification bells on so you don't miss anything. Let's get into it. Tip number 1, if you truly want to transform and get ahead of everyone before the end of the year, I need you, write this down, I need you to execute with belief and nothing else. Execute with self-belief and nothing else. With self-belief and faith belief. You need belief in order to move. A lot of you guys, and I'm gonna relate this to myself, so let me speak to myself so nobody is offended. I am somebody who keeps it real with myself. I looked at myself and I said, Yashin, you got big goals. You aspire to be and showcase yourself as your highest self. However, without self-belief, you don't trust yourself, nor do you trust God. And for me, taking a spiritual walk in 2024, whereas I'm going to dedicate my life to God, I'm literally going to pour everything in and surrender my goals, my plans, myself to God's will. Along the way, I had a lot of doubt. I had a lot of fear. I probably held myself back from a lot of things, of taking a chance on myself. And I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate. Do you really trust God when you do that? Have you really surrendered your plan when you do that? Do you really have belief in yourself when you hold yourself back, or when you doubt yourself, or when you cancel on yourself, or when you keep quitting on yourself, or when you don't take the chance? Do you really believe in yourself? No. So a lot of the times we're just moving in circles, battling with our inner thoughts rather than giving it to God. Rather than checking yourself and sitting yourself down to say, no, you got this. You're going to take the chance, and whether the door closes or it opens, God has a better plan. and it's about trusting, but it's all about movement. And a lot of you guys have no movement. You have the thought, but no movement. You have the thought, but no belief. You have the thought, but no confidence. So how do you expect to become an entrepreneur? How do you expect to become a content creator? How do you expect to level up in your life if you do not have any belief or self-trust? Which led me to the Bible verse, Proverbs 23:7. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. This just means the way that you see yourself, your inner thoughts, your self-belief, your desires are going to shape your reality. So if you are not currently in your dream life, doing all the things you love, because what are you waiting for? This just means you need to really work on your self-belief and your faith as well. A lot of people are out here thinking that you can get through life alone. Do not forget who created you. I feel personally for myself, the more closer I've gotten to God, the more clarity, direction, provision I have received. I'm not here to preach you guys a whole sermon. Your life, where it is today, is a representation of your self-belief, your discipline, your confidence, your faith, your self-trust, your standards, your boundaries, your values, your morals, what you put up with, what you allow, especially from yourself. So that is the most important thing that you need to work on before you go and buy yourself a nice outfit, before you go and get yourself a gym membership. Because if you have no confidence, you're not going to be consistent and committed to your fitness goals.
So why do I start things and never finish them?
It's all due to something called law of sustainment. In psychology, the law of sustainment, if you want to write this down, is LOS. The law of sustainment states that you cannot sustain actions, aka be consistent with actions that directly conflict with how you see yourself. And so if you just want to quickly draw out two trees on either side, imagine, okay, all throughout your life, your family, people who declined you, just told you you're this apple tree, you're meant to live this apple life, apple relationship, this mediocre apple wealth, apple health. And imagine all of a sudden you come across and you begin to dream about pears. And you're like, no way, I deserve pears. I deserve this pear relationship, great health, wealth. But imagine you believe in an apple tree psychologically, and you're now trying to go for pear projects and tasks. When you agree, you will struggle to be consistent. When you agree, you'll be doubting yourself saying, oh, it doesn't feel like me. When you agree, you'll be saying, oh, I'm overwhelmed. And you'll begin to procrastinate, doom scrolling all the day, all the time. And that's because, again, law of sustainment states that you cannot sustain actions that directly conflict with how you see yourself. So here's the proof that this is actually impacting you in your life. Because right now, you'll notice all of those projects and tasks you're delaying is actually directly conflicting with how you see you. And you'll notice it is only those projects you're delaying right now. So that means right now, your mind is seeing you in a very specific way. And therefore, until we are able to reinvent ourselves, until we let go of this old life, you cannot create a new life.
A lot of people want to be coaches or fitness coaches or a YouTuber. You want to give advice. You have to be able to look yourself in the mirror and take your own advice and show up every day when you don't feel like it, to eat well, to take care of yourself mentally and emotionally. Because how can you be giving out advice and you can't even take your own advice? You got to be a product and a leader of what you preach. Honestly, if you believed in yourself, you would be showing up like you truly believe in yourself. Nobody could rock you off course. Nobody could distract you. Not a soul or nothing could distract you. You are focused on your mission, on your targets. If you are easily shifted or redirected and God didn't redirect you, you just chose a distraction, then again, you have no self-belief, no self-trust, no faith, and that is why you keep spiraling in circles. I'm not trying to make this video too long, but honestly, think about what I'm saying. You have all these dreams that you put down on paper, but you never execute. It's all wishful thinking. You never show up and execute. This is the program. This is what I'm working on. This is my new website. This is my launch. This is my rebrand. This is who I am. This is the new me. No, a lot of you guys have not become the new me this year. Let's be honest. You can get a new wig. You can get a new weave. You can do your hair a different way. You could dye your hair. You could get breast implants. You can get your body done. You could get new makeup. you still haven't become a new me if you have not changed how you feel about yourself from the inside. You gotta be out here so heavily believing that you can accomplish big and great things, or it's just not gonna happen. If you don't believe it, what a man thinketh is what he is. So if you don't believe it for yourself, you keep giving up on yourself, can't nobody believe in you the way that you need to. Ugh, who are you? Y'all, I got a phone call right in front of this sermon, right in the middle of my preaching. The reason why you don't have your dream life, the reason why you don't have your dream body, the reason why you're not working in your dream career or your purpose or your passions, I get to work with people worldwide. I get to change lives. I get to become a healthier and happier version of myself, because this is what I believe in. And I believe that I can transform lives. Not because I transformed my own, but because I took a chance. I went and I got my certificates, and then I worked under a few studios, and then I took on my own clients, and I never gave up. I just kept going. And then I had a client ask me to start a YouTube channel, and then here I am. I took a chance from the first video I dropped last year, and now we're at 50,000 subscribers. Let me pause and celebrate us. Thank you guys so much for supporting me on this journey. You guys want to support me if you didn't see that I believe in myself and I believe in you, right? Because what I pour into, I want you to move. God has already planted a seed within you. I'm here to water it. I'm here to help you water it. I'm here to help you see that there's purpose and value within you. Here to show you that your health, without it, you have nothing. Right? If you become sick, if you become ill, if you become overweight and out of breath, if you become the worst version of yourself, where you are fragile, you can't squat, you can't move, then I'm sorry. A change is necessary, because without your health, you have nothing. Without your health, without your belief, without faith, you have nothing. So never forget that you had someone create you. Someone so special that thought that you were necessary to be here. So start acting like it, because God placed a mission on your path for you that I can't do, shoes that I couldn't fill. He put something for you, a mission for you to accomplish on this earth before it's your time. You got to start waking up and acting like that. I need some movement today. All right, I need you to have that self-belief and confidence. What have I been doing? Yeah, you've been moving upside down. And now you need to make a whole new lifestyle change. And it starts with how you think of yourself. Your identity is found in Christ. So you need to move like it, act like it, show up like it. You're here on a mission. Or if you're sleeping in, you keep canceling on yourself, if you're still eating fast food every single day, if you're still bloated and constipated and not moving your body and you're still fragile, then yeah, get up. If you're still suffering from your self-talk or low confidence, get up. If your self-esteem is still shot, get up. Look yourself in the mirror. You're too good for this. Show me some love down below, because I know I'm hyping you up right now. If you want to transform in 6 weeks and get ahead of everybody else before the end of the year, listen up. Number 2, write this down. I need you to present yourself like your higher self and nothing less. Even if you feel like you're doing too much, or you're overdressed, or you care too much about how people are going to feel. Baby, at this point, you should be overdressed. Your posture, your chest should be pulled back. You should not be here. I need you to open up and speak and introduce yourself, and also be a leader and a product of whatever it is that you wanted to sell. Because I get on calls all the time and people are like, I want to be this, I want to be that. Again, wishful thinking. Are you showing up as what you want to sell? Because I personally am not going to buy from anyone that doesn't believe in themselves or their product. And also, it's so important to start presenting yourself. I don't get if you're on the first day of your cycle, stay inside. But if you have to go run an errand, or you have to go to work in a physical office, I need you to be in your best outfit. If you got to go through your closet at this point, let's do it. Because you need to start showing up as your higher self, dressing like it, smelling like it, presenting and showcasing yourself like it. I need you to walk like you know your worth, okay? that is when people are going to not play around with you. They're going to see you. You need to be seen. Stop being afraid of being seen. A lot of people want to run their own business. Absolutely everyone and their mama is an entrepreneur. All right. Some will fail and some will succeed. What is the difference between those that fail and those that succeed? One, they had self-belief, they had faith. I'm sure you guys have come across a lot of these videos where there's this one young man that is walking around interviewing successful people about how did you become a millionaire. And a lot of the people that he's interviewed, right, have just always said, first thing is because of God. Second thing, they've been broke before, but they believed in themselves, and then they started to carry themselves like they knew their product. They believed in it even when nobody else did, even if the people beside them didn't understand or agree with them or support them. I read a lot of Grant Cardone books. Yeah, I know you guys want me to share my books that I've read with you guys. I'm going to do that. But listen when I say, even as a personal trainer, I actually feel way more confident and sexy in this outfit because I usually wear sports bras. This was a recent purchase that I had made from Define. And I'm like, wow, I still feel so good, even though I took out showing my stomach or my abs. I don't always have to be half naked on the internet as a fitness trainer. I'm not a fitness influencer. I'm a certified fitness trainer and a nutritionist, right? I don't always have to be half naked to showcase my hard work body, my art. I don't have to present myself of the lesser version of me to fit the standards of the world. Which brings me back to a Bible verse. Romans 12:2. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Like I mentioned in number 1, that is the first step, your mind, how you see yourself. Of course, you are going to show up differently. Number 2, don't miss an opportunity to show up as your higher self. You need to stand out. You need to be seen. All right. You need to be out here living as your higher self, changing lives, not being afraid of your confidence, of your self-belief, of your product, of what you've built or who you've become. Because I'm sorry, some friends are going to be intimidated or they're going to be jealous of who you become. I'm not holding on to anything that has a problem with my growth. I'm not holding on to anything that has a problem with me leveling up. And they don't want to. I'm not here to force you, baby. I'm here to lead by example. And whether you want to get on that train, that is up to you. I need y'all to move like that because I'm leveling up. I leveled up this year, but do you feel like you are closer to your higher self? Are you eating better? And if you did, make some changes, because obviously you've been watching the videos. I still want you to applaud yourself. It's time to amp it up. It's time to amp it up. There's a truck going by. Can you go? Can you leave? So I say this for anyone who wants to start a side business, become an entrepreneur, become successful, run successful businesses, or maybe you're currently in your career, you're happy as ever, and you can step things up to contribute to those around you or in that company that you're currently serving. Yes, present yourself as your higher self. Nothing less, okay, from the way that you speak about yourself and what comes out of your mouth. Stop entertaining low vibrational conversations. At that point, I'm sorry. No. If I know that you're going to take a lot of energy from me, I'm sorry. The appointment is next year. Stop entertaining anything that doesn't allow you to show up as your higher self. Don't entertain anything. Don't be distracted by anything. A lot of you guys are just distracted, scrolling, wishfully thinking that couldn't be you. Yet, if you did the work, if you believed in yourself, and if you carried yourself, you actually believe in yourself, and you believe that God has a good plan for you, then you wouldn't be worried. You wouldn't be comparing yourself. You wouldn't be jealous of what you see on Instagram or TikTok. And you also wouldn't be spending so much time on TikTok or listening to everybody else's problem. You'd be focused on finding the solution. The minute you can find a solution to somebody's problem, you already got a business, all right? It's about being confident in what you're about to solve, being confident in the problems that you're going to solve, being confident in the product that you want to sell. If you aren't selling a physical product, I'm not selling a physical product, but I'm a coach. Like, look at me. Every time you see me, I look better. I look better. I am a product of what I preach. I'm a product of what I sell. Become that person. Number 3, put yourself out there in new crowds, new spaces, try new restaurants, go to new events, new hobbies, elevated hobbies like tennis, golf. Honestly, just put yourself out there in new spaces. Don't just always be at the same bar with the same people, going to the same day parties or hookah lounges. If I'm coming for you. No, you're not gonna find your level up in the hookah lounge and at the bars and at the day parties where everybody seems to think always showing up with a picture of you holding a drink is an example of your higher self. Oh, learn to work the room, baby. Walk through that room. Let your presence be known that you're here. A lot of y'all just too shy. Or you're just not wearing a nice outfit that maybe flatters your body, or you need a better perfume that just, the aroma is just like, oh girl, you're powerful. What are you wearing? You smell amazing. That's why I just wanted to approach you. You look like class. You smell like class. You smell like a queen. Work that room. Especially if you're single, work that room. And don't be desperate. Don't just entertain everything that starts to fly your way. Let's not do that. But definitely introduce yourself to people. Leave your presence in every conversation and in every room that you walk into. Your network is everything. You need to work that room and let yourself be memorable. You are constantly maneuvering through life with groups or crowds. You have already shot your chance. You need to show up as the single, rolling solo, or with a group of 1 or 2 that understands the mission. Work that room, introduce yourself, carry yourself like your higher self, and be remembered. That right there is going to be a lasting impression. You never know, you might end up at a drive-thru, you might end up at a car wash, or in the mall or at the airport, and somebody runs into you and remembers, oh my goodness, hey, were you at that financial event 4 months ago? Yeah, that was me. Oh my goodness, I remember you. Can I have your number? What for? But of course. You get what I'm saying? You want to be remembered, okay? There are times where I just want to be low-key under the scenes, under a whole rock. And then I remember God's mission on my life. Shen, you gotta show up. I gotta be outside as one of his disciples, leading and paving the way. When I walk outside, people are like, wow, girl, you're so fit. What do you eat? They're asking me about my routine. And as much as it takes up a lot of my time to answer these questions, I still stop, I have a conversation, I always leave advice, and I walk away, but you will always remember me. Everyone will always remember me because I will always leave them with advice. I'm just somebody that most people will tell their problems to and look for the right answer, or look for an answer, look for advice of how to maneuver. I'm going to tell you straightforward because I hold myself accountable. I'm not somebody who's going to sugarcoat it and make you feel like you're doing enough. Sometimes you're not. Sometimes you're choosing the wrong coping mechanisms or continuing with bad habits that is limiting your life. Somebody needs to tell you that. Whether they take it or not, I left an impression. When I'm in the gym and I'm working hard, I'm sure I'm leaving somebody a great impression. She's a bikini pro Olympian for a reason, because not many amateurs will make it to becoming a pro. You have to have a certain level of mindset, grit, hustle, confidence, faith, discipline. If I didn't already mention discipline, that's real important. The way you maneuver, you need to add and contribute to your qualities, but you need to move like it. Introduce yourself like it. Have your posture back and your chest up. You're about your business. Enough of being shy and hiding your face and using filters. I remember when I used to use filters. Look at me now. Enough. Like I said, in number 1, if you don't believe in yourself or have confidence or think that you're good looking enough, then I'm sorry. Nobody's going to see better than what you currently see. Nobody's going to feel better about you than how you already feel about yourself. Some of you guys can't even look at yourself naked. How do you expect the man or woman that you're sleeping with to love you more than you love yourself, baby? Because when I look at myself, I love myself. I love my body in every stage that it is. But I know to call myself out when I'm 180 pounds and I know that doesn't match my body type or my health. I know when to call myself out because it's for me. I look this way for me, not for my man, not for any other man, and definitely not for anyone else. How you feel about yourself is a most important thing in the world that truly matters. So being shy is not gonna get you many places. Being shy is gonna have you hiding yourself, dimming your light, overly pleasing people, second guessing yourself, hiding your true talents that God gave you and no one else. So many things that will be held back inside of you. One day you're not gonna be here. Why not move like you know that? But instead you would rather be shy, intimidated, insecure. We don't do that around here anymore. Number 4, which is my favorite, I need you to eat better. Move, because God woke you up this morning with, girl, if you can breathe, if you're looking at this video and you can breathe, I don't see why you can't move. I need you to eat better. I need you to move, and I need you to stay hydrated. I'm not sure why you guys are so dehydrated, but thirsty for the internet. Thirsty to cry all over the internet. Thirsty for validation and attention, but you're not hydrated. Y'all over here weak, fragile, low energy, and just surviving. If you want to glow up, I know you hear this you guys have heard this a lot recently in the last 3 months. Yes, all these 3 things, but that is because at this point, it should be a non-negotiable in your life. It should be a part of your lifestyle. Our challenge is almost ready to start. If you haven't already signed up, this is your last opportunity to sign up, because a few days from now, the link will be cut off. The opportunity to be transformed will be put on pause until the next one. And I'm not sure when the next one is. I'm focused on this first one. All right, so for those that have already signed up, we got 35 girls at the time of me recording this video. But when I drop this video, I'm sure I'll be at 50. If you are not making health a part of your lifestyle and you still order this fast food, and you still haven't meal prepped your food, you still binge eat, you still be eating all that sugar, still be going to the doctor for that prescription every single month or every time you need to refill it, depending on these doctors, like they care about you, but all they want is your money. If you're still hooked on pre-workout, if you're still hooked on energy drinks, if you're still relying on all the things of the world that don't give you true health, you're doing it backwards. 10, 11 years ago, I was there. That's why I can tell you, you don't need all those things. You need balance and you need a lifestyle change. And it should be a part of your entire life because you see it as a value. Honestly, if you aren't eating this way or living this way, how are you gonna function? And a lot of you guys want to start these businesses with low energy. Your brain can't even function. What do you expect? Move your body, eat well, and stay hydrated. Mind your business. Make that a mission to mind your own. Because trust me, a lot of you guys spend time knowing what everybody else is doing, or praying for somebody else's downfall, or feeling better about yourself because of somebody else's downfall. Mind your business. Life will go on. When you're focused on yourself, that's why I take myself from Instagram. Whenever I feel like I've absorbed too much, I've seen too much, it's done enough. I gotta pull back. I gotta take my energy, my focus somewhere else, back to center, period. And if you're dating the right person, married to the right person, they allow you to do that without holding you back or making you feel guilty. They will support you. They will support this move. They will support your health. And if they see that your health is not intact and they allow you to continue to tarnish your health, I'm sorry. That person don't love you, because one day you're not gonna be here. That's not good for long-term health. Just remember that. Number 5, I need you to maintain or develop an evening routine of a young adult that is thriving, not coming home on survival. Yes, we're gonna have hard days, hard seasons, and maybe based on your past experience of maybe you witnessed your parents come home and open a bottle of wine, Or maybe you built the habit of doing the same. Now you constantly come home, and when you're having a rough day or somebody upset you, you open a bottle of wine. One glass turns into the entire bottle. Or maybe you haven't meal prepped your food. And at this point, you're too lazy to Uber Eats and DoorDash because it's gonna take too long. So you just open a bag of chips and just call it a night. That is not an adult thriving. I need y'all to put your big boy pants on, your big woman pants on, and take those damn diapers off. Because if you're sitting here, you're not in daycare anymore. Listen up there, you're not in daycare anymore. You need better evening habits that are gonna allow you to ease your mind, nourish your body, and come back to center before you wake up the next day and go back into the chaotic world. Because unless you do that, I'm sorry, you're gonna be in a cycle where you're not your happiest or healthiest or hottest self. You will be easily triggered, always bothered. I'm always over here unbothered. I don't let nothing bother me. If something bothers me, I just take my time. And when you take your time, you think about, do I need to respond to this? After some days have gone by, you're like, I'm so glad I didn't even respond to this because it doesn't even matter to me. I'm busy doing stuff. I'm busy doing me. So it's like, I don't need to entertain it. I don't need to respond to it. I just need to be silent and give it to God, right? But some of y'all come home and you let your day affect you. You let the people around you affect you. You let social media affect you. You think you're not good enough. You be in everybody's business or watching everybody's story vent and let their energy come onto yours. Did you know that when people are out here venting, complaining, crying, that they put their energy and trauma onto you? I cut those friendships off, and I cut that kind of social media off too. So if you think that you're coming into this program to trauma dump and emotional dump, we're not here for it. You're here to use that, your story, as fuel. We're not crying over here. This ain't daycare anymore. This is real life. Start treating your life like it's real life and you are a responsible, thriving adult. Clean your home, do your laundry, meal prep your food, go to bed at a good time, get some good ass sleep, bomb ass back shots. If you're married, stop giving out the coochie to no one that you're married to. If they love you, they will wait. What I said, that video is coming up. If you have any questions, drop them down below. But some of y'all just going to bed with a headache from a man that can't do nothing for you, not invested in you, not doing shit for you, but blowing out your back. I'm sorry, I could wait. I would rather have my peace, my knowledge, and my wealth than to be caught up just to get my back blown out or my head spun. So listen, if that is your evening routine where you self-sabotage, go through it. Amen. Number 6, if you want to transform in the next 6 weeks and get ahead of everyone before the end of the year, I need you to plan, prepare, and treat. Yes, plan your weeks, your days, your treat meals. Prepare for whatever you are planning for, and then treat yourself. A lot of y'all just over abusing them treats. So what I mean is, I want you to be disciplined. I want you to have more self-control, but I don't want you to restrict yourself. Like I mentioned earlier, you are a grown, thriving adult. All right, you can plan your dates properly where you know that you're not gonna go through a drive-through because you haven't meal prepped, because you have no food at home. I'm not sure why. You should be using your free time to go to the grocery store. Or now they have apps where they have door deliveries, but instead you're delivering unhealthy food constantly. I'm complaining that you're broke. What? That's crazy. I need y'all to plan out. I'm gonna go out to eat on Wednesday, and I'm gonna go out to eat for brunch on Sunday, and this is what I'm gonna have. You know why a lot of these successful people are successful? I'm pointing over here because that's where my bookshelf is. Because they know what they want. They know how they want their schedule to look, and even if something happens, they're resourceful, they're proactive, they're disciplined, they already know how to execute. They don't go to a restaurant and go, or they don't come home and be like, oh, because I'm not prepared. Now, sometimes they got somebody cooking their food for them. If it's not their wife, they have made enough money to hire a chef. But a lot of you guys won't reach that amount of success because you're ordering takeout or going through drive-thrus every single day or almost every other day, or under eating, not getting enough nutrients in your body overall, right? And guess what happens? You can't think straight, you can't function, you can't produce, and that's why you're not going to be successful. That's why you're going to be running on empty. That's why you're going to be always burnt out, lethargic, and tired, and going through a rut. Most of these successful people, they know what they want. There's a difference between a decision and a choice. You guys want choices. Just make a decision, a firm decision. This is what I'm doing on Wednesday. I'm going out to eat. And then on Sunday, I'm going out for brunch. Anything else is a no. Monday, you are not going through the drive-thru. You are eating your meal prep. Learn how to make a recipe or bake a treat. It's a no, a firm decision. You guys are giving your children choices. Give them a decision to make. Yes or no. Not A, B, C, D. You can have 3 things. Stop giving them choices. Stop giving yourself choices and just execute on a decision. Then you will be good. Plan, prepare, execute, and treat yourself. Stop treating yourself if you are not doing the first 3 that I just mentioned. And lastly, before I move on to number 7, stop cheapening your life and choosing convenience to comfort your right now. When we make decisions, we're making decisions that benefit our future. And your future could even be as close as next week, next month, next year, or before the end of the year. All y'all that want to choose your fast food, fast fashion, fast excuses, fast fixes, I'm sorry, it's just not gonna work for you. Your life needs proper decisions. You need to be able to think and make clear decisions, and also take it up with the Lord. Take it up with God if you can't make a decision. Lastly, number 7, stop giving away your energy and time to people that do not deserve it. You cannot hold on to baggage. It's now the middle of the year. And if you feel like you haven't made the progress that you desired, hit the goals and targets that you laid out in January, or what's on your vision board, stop making these vision boards. At this point, stop making the vision board if you are not even going to believe in yourself and take action consistently. If you continue to entertain in hopes that these people somehow are going to change, you're delusional in the worst way, not in a good way. I believe in being delusional, but not at the cost of my peace, my wisdom, my success, God's provision, direction, clarity over my life. You could never, ever have me thinking differently at this point. If you are a disruption in my life, you gotta go. The minute you want to change and I can see that change version, maybe we can have a conversation if it's not too late. I love you from a distance, but I don't need you around me. I don't need the chaos. There is a circle, there is a guard and a box, because you got to protect your energy, your time, and your body. And a lot of you guys got your legs wide open for a good time. For right now, because I need my back blown out, because I need the desires of validation, I need attention, I need someone to stroke my ego. Again, you're giving away your body, your time, and your energy. What flows out of you when you're intimate with someone is your energy. Sometimes you'll actually feel more drained. Sometimes you'll actually feel more empty, more unfulfilled. I say it because I've been there. So the people around you, it's not about making a choice. It's about making a decision that's beneficial for you, not for them, for you. If they aren't growing themselves, if they don't care for themselves, if they don't value their health, why are you around these people? I'm sorry. I'm not going to date somebody that doesn't value their health. I wouldn't give that to my children. I'm not giving you anything from me if you don't have similar values of mine. That's just the way it is. If a female comes with chaos and turmoil, I'm sorry, we can't be friends. Don't even call me. Don't call me unless you're a client. You can't just be free calling me, calling my line thinking that I'm gonna hear it. I wanna hear it. I don't wanna hear it, because most times people don't have a solution. They just have a bunch of excuses, far away from accountability. Stop giving away your body, your time, your energy to people that don't deserve it, to things that don't deserve it, to vices that don't deserve it. You are too grown for this. At some point in your life, you should just talk to yourself, girl, you are just too, or boy, I'm just too grown for this. I'm just too grown for an argument on the street. I am just too grown to be out here barefoot on the sidewalk. Because I'm not sure why y'all be outside on the sidewalk. Like, this usually the younger girls, like, baby, carry flats or some type of slippers in your bag or car. Because there's no way I'm going to be stepping over the dirty. Yes, you get not outside yelling at people. You are too grown for this. Carrying yourself as your lower self. You are too grown for this. Making excuses but having no solutions. You are too grown for this. Constantly broke and surviving. You are too grown for this. If you know this, deep down inside you can feel this. It's time to do better. And better is not impossible. You just need to make it a priority. It's a non-negotiable. This is my new life. That is not my identity. And your identity is found in Christ. Therefore, you just need to show up and act like you know that someone created you for a purpose. The last thing I'm going to leave you with, stop complaining about what you allow. Stop complaining or make excuses for what you are currently or have been allowing to distract you, to hold you hostage, to have you far from your dreams and your goals. Stop complaining about it. You have decided you prefer headaches and chaos over peace and faith. So why should anyone else feel sorry for you? The man at the bank is not going to feel sorry for you. The grocery store clerk and your Starbucks barista is not going to feel sorry for you. So if you are out here with only excuses and bad choices and decisions that have just been hindering your life, look in the mirror and go over everything that I mentioned in this video if you truly want to level up, glow up, lock in before the end of the year. You can do that in 6 weeks. Believe in yourself. And if you're in my group mentorship program for the next 6 weeks, best believe you will be coming out transformed and renewed. I am so grateful for this opportunity. I'm so excited to be your coach. I will talk to you guys very soon. I'll see you in the next one.